I get asked often about job paths, careers, making money. And somebody just recently sent me a link to a YouTube video where this new age guy gets on there and he tells people only do a job that you love to do. Pick something that you love to do. You know, whether it's teaching yoga, teaching scuba diving, being an artist, being a writer, being a scuba instructor, uh, whatever. Okay? Making cookies, whatever it is. Take that you love to do and you make that your career. Well, you know what? That's okay, but it's kind of limited. It's not focusing on what the real issue is. The real issue is not so much what you do, but your attitude about doing it. In other words, attacking this life by only doing those things that you love to do, only living where you love to live, and only being with those that you love to be with, you're missing the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is this adjustment. Learn to love what you do. Love where you're at and love who you're with. When you're accepting of your outer circumstances, you can change them, you can alter them, you can do all kinds of things down the road, but in essence, you're not dependent on changes on the outside for your own internal happiness. But there's nothing wrong with honest labor. We need people out there to actually repair roads, repair houses, fix cars, clean toilets, sweep the floor, work in hospitals, work in the police force, work in the military, wherever it is, you have an opportunity to serve. And that's how you approach your job. Every job, if you look at it, is a service to others. If you're working just for the boss and just for the buck, you're going to miss the point. But if you look at this as servicing others, and if you have the even bigger picture, that we're all made in the image of God, we're all one human family, then anything you do for anyone else, you're basically doing for God's children. You're doing it for God Himself. How could you not be satisfied doing that? And if you're doing everything to please God in others, then what you do, you will learn to like. You will, beyond that, you'll be loving what you're doing. It's almost a form of meditation. So, learn to love what you do. If you wait for the outside circumstances to change, you got a problem. It's like somebody that they have this desire. They love to play basketball, and they're really good at it. They want to become a professional basketball, and then they get in a car crash, and now they're in a wheelchair. Now what are they going to do? Now they got all this adjustment because they're just going to do something they love to do. Now they're forced to make an adjustment. So life throws stuff at us. But one of the things that we have a choice on is how we perceive things and our attitude about things. And so every time I watch these graduation talks on YouTube videos and all these advice books out there telling people the same thing, think positive, you can be anything you want to be, and you can do more than you think and all. You know what? I know people that have low IQs. I know people that are geniuses. I know people that have various skills and abilities. And to tell everybody that you can do anything you want to do is a totally wrong concept. You can be better than you are and improve from where you're at, but all of me, all my 5'6", 150-pound body is not going to go out there and be able to play basketball in the NBA with LeBron James. So I could wish it, I could positive think it, I could keep imaging it, I could do all these great things, but it ain't going to happen. There's a reality sets in. And we have people out there thinking they're going to sell 1 million copies of a book, or they're going to make $1 billion with some app or whatever. Great. Some people do. But most people fail to recognize their limitations. You can expand those limitations greatly. But you're never going to change some things. And I think it's time to be a little more realistic with people. We're telling a generation when they graduate, only do what you love to do. You can be anything you want to be. Great. Life's going to hand you a bunch of participation trophies. In the real world, you can't be everything you want to be, but you can be the best you that you can be, and you can raise to whatever level that may be. Don't want to put a limit on that. So we got to be real. Anyway, bottom line, love what you do. Love where you're at, and love who you're with. If you follow that simple philosophy, you're going to find your life evolving, not around what happens around you, because you'll be protected. You'll have this place of peace within. It's an inside game. And if you focus on the outside, you're going to miss the boat. So, whatever advice you want to follow that I give, great, I'm happy. And if not, great, I'm happy. Follow your heart. Do whatever you think is right. But be real. Be realistic. Realize that all jobs are a blessing. Whatever job you get, making whatever amount of money is a blessing. That money is good. Put it to good use. Try to improve yourself. Whatever you're going to do. But love what you do. Okay?